Welcome back to our podcast, Life Under the Moon. I am your host, Sammy B, and today we are celebrating the full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo. Now, this is a very special full moon to me and to everybody because this is the last full moon of the astrological year, which means that we are now moving into a new astrological year, a brand new year, starting off with Aries season. So if you think about it in the terms of the calendar year, it's almost like we're starting on January 1st again. It's a brand new year. And in my personal opinion, I do feel like the astrological year is the most accurate because it's the stars, it's the cosmos, it is how it always has been. It is, and it was, and it always will be. So this is a really big deal. This is the first time I'm actually celebrating this new year. And I think it's a perfect time because January can be a really tough time to make goals and get fit and this and that because we got winter and we got the winter blues and we got depression and we got the Christmas and we got busy holidays and this and that. And sometimes it's just not the best time to start fresh. It's just not the greatest time to start a new year. Am I right? Like sometimes it's just not always that way. But Aries season begins next week and we get to start new together. And not only do we get to start new, but it's the beginning of spring. And the snow is melting and the flowers are blooming and everything is coming to life. And that is the perfect time to begin a brand new year. And I also find instinctually that this is when my body feels like it is also coming alive. This is where I find that my body wants to eat healthier and I really want to work out and I find that I can lose weight easier this time of year. Like my body naturally sheds its layers, it feels like, during this time, whether I do anything or not. It's just a beautiful time to begin new. And so full moons are all about making wishes, beginning something new, starting new messages for ourselves. And this is a perfect time to make a wish. So if you're listening right now, thank you, welcome. And 2, please make a wish. Light a candle, go outside, look at the moon and just wish for something, whether it's for someone else or for yourself. Just make a wish for the collective. Make a silent or a out loud wish for something in your heart that you truly, deeply desire. Today's podcast topic came to me just before I turn the microphone on. I always have ideas written down, but I had a friend just text me something and I knew in that moment I need to share this with the world. So here is today's episode. I have these friends that they're kind of like work colleagues, but what we like to do is have a couple beers and chat after our meetings and kind of get to know each other a little bit. And we've only done this twice, but the first time that we did this, I found our conversations very healing, very insightful. They offered me advice that I didn't know I needed. And I knew that it was not a coincidence that we met. It just seemed too good to be true. It just seemed like it worked. It's sort of hard to explain, but yeah, something just felt right. So the second time we hung out, the same thing happened. It felt insightful. It felt healing. Now, without getting into too much detail about my friend's life, she had someone in her life who was causing her a great deal of misery and stress and horrible feelings. And this person was treating her horribly and stealing from her and making her feel less than a great human During our conversation, my friend goes to me, Samara, I swear to you, if I saw this man in front of me, I would kill him. I would literally kill this man. This man has caused me so much anger and frustration and horrible feelings toward me and my family. Samara, I could kill this man. And I saw how angry she was inside. I saw how hurt she was inside from this man, this bully. Essentially, this man was bullying her and her family. And I could see the pain in her. So I looked at her and I said, has any good come out of this situation? And she's like, what do you mean? No, of course not. And I said, well, no, think about it. I mean, did anything change? What changed since this horribleness has happened in your life? And she said, well, because of this man and what he's done, I decided to pursue my dream of being an interior designer. So I took the course and I passed and I have my diploma. And I am now an interior designer on the side of my main job. And just a side note for you guys, her and her husband, her husband is a contractor. He builds homes and she does the interior designing. It's a great dream team. They are honestly amazing people. So she tells me that because of this horrible man in her life, that she ended up taking an interior design course because she was so frustrated and she needed something to distract herself with the pain, essentially. And now she's living her dream life. I mean, you should see the house they live in. Like, it is so beautiful. Their office that we were sitting in is about the size of my entire house. It is stunning. It is gorgeous. It's something out of House. It's something out of a magazine. And I said, oh, okay, well, this man brought you your dream job. And she's like, well, in a way, I guess. And I said, what if instead of being angry at this man, if he walked in right now, and what if instead of hating him, what if you told him, thank you? And she kind of looks at me and she's like, what the hell are you talking about, Samara? And I said, look around. Look how beautiful you are. Like, she is stunning. And I said, look at your marriage. You guys are so happy. You look so happy. And your children are beautiful kids. And they're so smart. And they are so lucky. And I said, look at the house we are sitting in. Look at all of this. In a way, all of this life, this moment that we are sitting in, is a ripple effect of what this man has created in your life. And this is how you chose to react to it. You took a negative situation and you turned it into something beautiful without even realizing it. But yet you still have so much hate and anger in your heart. And I said, so what if instead of hating this man, if he walked in right now, you said thank you? What if you just told him thank you? Thank you. And he'd look at you. And he'd look at you weird. And he'd say, thank you? What are you talking about? Thank you. I'm causing misery in your life. And you said, no. Actually, because of you causing misery in my life, I've created my dream life. I went off and I did what I always aspired to do, to be an interior designer. I'm doing what I love now because of you. Thank you. Thank you for pushing me to my limits, the limits that I didn't know I had. And I exceeded those limits. And I turned that into something so beautiful for me and my family and my life. And I am so happy now because of it. And my friend looks at me and she frowns and she goes, Oh, you are right. I hate it, Samara, but you are right. You are right. And she storms off. I've been thinking about that conversation ever since. I have. I thought about that moment for so many times since we've met. And I even shared that story with some of my closest friends because for some reason that advice stuck with me too. Because what I'm saying is true. There was a negative situation in her life. And because of that negative situation, she ended up doing something with her life because of it. You know, whether it was for maybe the wrong reason, as in like to distract herself or whatever the reason was, but because someone was basically bullying her and pushing her around, she ended up taking an interior design course, and she is now an interior designer, and it has made her a better person, and it has literally gifted her her dream life without her even realizing it. And all of that wasn't possible unless it was for this man. And this is what I told her. And I asked her, do you think you would have taken an interior design if it wasn't for this situation? And she said, no, I wouldn't have. You're right. This is kind of all because of that. So the reason why I decided to share this story with you right now is because I just found out last night that it was her birthday the other day. So I texted her just now and wished her a happy belated birthday. And this is what she replied. She said, "By the way, I was going to message you a long time ago. You gave me so much to think about on our last convo, and I think you're right about some of the stuff you said. I don't know if you remember our last conversation about saying thank you if I ever see that man again. And let me tell you, I've been reflecting on that a lot." And that made me so happy to see that text, because it made me feel like my words are healing. That little conversation in that evening may have actually changed her life. It may have completely changed and healed her entire life now. Think about that. This woman had so much pain, hurt, and anger in her heart. It was there. It was always there. Every day. Stressed out about this man who was causing her and her family so much grief. And I know we've all had that situation where we have someone in our life who we wish would just go away. But what if we, instead of hating them, thanked them? Imagine what that would do. Especially if you thanked a bully. If you have a bully in your life, for someone who cuts you down or makes you feel less than, someone who you would essentially consider a bully, imagine if you went up to them and said, thank you. Thank you for making me a stronger person. Thank you for helping me grow. Imagine what that would do to them. And I'm not saying this in like a vindictive way, like you're saying thank you to make them feel a certain way. It's to free you. It's freeing. But just imagine how that would make them feel. Because if they want to cause you harm, if they want to hurt you, because there are people out there who just simply enjoy making other people's lives miserable. Imagine what that would make them feel like if you said thank you. Do you think that they would keep trying to hurt you? Or do you think maybe they would take a second guess, a second thought at what they're doing, and maybe they'd back off? Maybe they would question why you're saying thank you, that all of their inappropriate behavior or rude behavior toward you is really a chance to grow and heal. And by saying thank you, it not only releases you from their actions, but it gives you your power back. And it completely takes it away from them. And now you're in charge. And I can guarantee you that they're going to remember you saying that. And the next time that they want to make your life miserable, they might think twice. Because they're now thinking, well, wait, if they want me to do this because it's helping them, and I don't like this person, I don't want to help them, I want to make their life miserable, then maybe I just should step away. You know what I mean? I don't know if you're following what I'm saying, but this is kind of something I've really realized in my life, and a lot more so lately. And I really feel so proud to think that I could change somebody's life just by my words. Imagine now that I have healed or helped a person, a fellow human, begin this new healing journey just by my words changing their life. Imagine now that I may have taken her pain, her anger, and because of what I said, she's now able to turn that pain, hurt, and anger into love, into gratitude, into a higher frequency. Now, just think about that for a moment. Somebody who was so hurt and in such a low vibration, a low frequency, and we don't really get anywhere in that kind of frequency. It's all about that higher frequency. It's all about aligning ourselves with our true highest purpose, our true highest self. And now this woman has taken that low frequency and she is now able to turn it into a higher frequency, a higher vibration. She turned love. She turned hate into love. Let me say that again. She has taken hate from her heart and has transformed it into love because of the words I said to her. Because words are healing. Words can be so powerful. You have no idea. And I realized when I read that text that if I can help her, if I could change her life, if I could actually help heal this woman's hurting heart and actually turn that pain into love. And now imagine what the rest of her life is going to look like now that she's taken this pain and changed it into love. Imagine now. I can't even imagine what she's going through. The fact that she's thinking about this man who's caused her so much pain, and any time now that she thinks about him, instead of feeling angry, she's now feeling gratitude. What is that going to do for her life? How is that going to change her life? In how many ways? And how many ripple effects? And it is amazing to me to think that I had something to do with it. And that's when I thought, I need to share this with you. Because if I can change her life and help her get on a better path in life, which makes me feel absolutely beyond incredible, if I could help you, if I could help anyone listening, I know that this is what I am meant to do. This is why I am here. This is a huge reason why I'm here. To help make this world a better place. That is why I'm here. And if I can make your world a better place, then that makes my world a better place. And when my world is a better place, the collective's world is a better place. Because we're all connected. And if your world is a better place, the collective is also a better place. It's all linked. It's all connected. The more we help ourselves, the more we help others. The more we help others, the more we help ourselves. It all comes full circle. And it is just such an honor to be able to help a fellow beautiful human, such as my friend. And I'm so excited to now think that she's on this new path, this new healing journey where she doesn't have to feel that pain and that hurt anymore. And she's going to become so much stronger now because of that. And any time that man is trying to cause disgrace in her life, she's going to be stronger now. And she's going to have a different mindset. And she's going to be filled with so much more love and gratitude. And when you are full of love and gratitude, that is where the beauty and the magic truly begins. This was such a beautiful episode. I am so proud to be the podcast that you chose to listen to today. It means so much to me that I get to help you grow and to help you shine your most beautiful life, because your spirit is so unique and so beautiful, and I want you to live your fullest life. I want you to heal. I want you to be just so happy. If you've listened to any of our other podcasts, you'll know that the most important thing you can do in life is to simply be. And it sounds so simple, and yet it is one of the hardest things to do. The simplest thing is actually the hardest thing to do, is to simply be. To simply stop what you're doing, take a look around, and watch how your life changes. This could be saved for another topic, but I've actually had that happen to me about a week ago. I don't specifically remember what happened, but I just know that I slowed down to such a steady point of focus and awareness and being present, that something that was in my daily life every single day, I only noticed in that moment. It was such a strange feeling, because I was like, wait, that thing, that's here every day. How come I never noticed that until now? And because now that I notice this thing, my life is going to be a little bit better every single day, because now I'm aware of it. And so this is what I mean. This is why slowing down is so important. Because when we slow down, we notice things and our life becomes more full. And when we slow down, time becomes more quality. And when time becomes more quality, you have more of it. Most people think I have to do more in a day. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Fast, fast, fast. Go, go, go. And that's how you're going to get the most done out of the day. But the real secret is, if you do less, if you slow down, if you take your time and move through your day with grace, with awareness, with being present, your day will speed up. I know it sounds insane, but that is a paradox. The more you slow down, the more time you have. And I will end this podcast with that. My wish to you beautiful listeners, this beautiful family that we've created here, is to have the most healing experience during this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. I wish you the most beautiful, a new astrological season, a new year. So if you feel like you need a fresh start, which it never hurts to have a fresh start, I want you to celebrate, even in the smallest way. Even just close your eyes for a moment on, I think it's the 20th, and just breathe. And this is also part of the podcast where we take a listener's wish and we all manifest to try to make their wish come to life and come true, because when you grow, we grow as a collective. So please leave your wish in the comments, and I wish you all a beautiful new year and a full moon let's go manifest our dreams with our life under the moon.